Zelda producer Amona has spoken on the voice acting in Zelda. Among other things, he's already talked about why he made Link gender neutral, and he's been doing that since Ocarina of Time for players to just fit themselves into the role of Link and the whole mechanics of Zelda. He's really the representative of this game. Miyamoto kind of took a back seat to him, and he was in the lead role there. The Legend of Zelda Breath of Wild is including voice acting for the first time in like fucking ever, with the exception of those awesome Philips CDI games. Let's not forget about them. Anyways, those things, they existed and they were terrible. The voice acting is much better in this one, and Eiji Onoma has come forward and stated a couple things about it. He stated, quote, "It's really difficult to leave an impression on players with just text." And he was speaking to Polygon when he was saying this. He said, going on to point out that not every piece of dialogue in the game will be voiced. There are, however, specific instances in which he wants to leave, quote, leave impressions on users, and using voice acting to achieve that. When Onoma first heard an actual human voice for the character early on in the game's development, he said it touched his heart and was really striking for emotions. That said, Onoma says he's not going to change Link's voice. He's not going to give Link a voice because he is afraid that the relationship between Link and the user will be lost. And he went on to explain that. And again, I need to emphasize this. I know there's a war out there. There's gender politics between SJWs, anti-SJWs, feminist, anti-feminist, and it's literally a war. People are cutthroat in the comment sections. People will flag other people's videos. People will bombard people with tweets, and people will try to get other people fired just for having a simple opinion. But people need to understand this. Nintendo and Zelda, the Zelda series, has always been about the player being put into the role of Link, not sexually identifying as Link, not racially identifying as Link, being put in that role and empathizing with the situation, being able to feel like they themselves were going on an adventure. Not only is this shown in Zelda, but it's also shown in Pokemon when you read interviews with the developers about how the individual came up with the idea about trading bugs, and it evolved into something much more, and collecting bugs, even though, you know, a lot of kids couldn't do that because the city had grown around it and they couldn't experience what he experienced as a child. So that's why Pokemon was created. It's interesting when you look at this company and what they do, and a lot of people want to say, oh, it's old, it's draconian, they aren't with the times, and oh, that's just Nintendo and their ivory towers. But in reality, the truth of it is they just want players to be able to link themselves within the story and enjoy the story and experience and feel something. Now, there's a couple things about this that really kind of bother me with the whole voice acting, because you're being selective with who gets voice acted because you want me to feel emotional for that. So now that I know that, I'm always going to be playing the game and thinking, oh, is this supposed to be a moment where I'm supposed to feel emotional? And I don't like that. That's kind of a trick that movies use. They have someone die, like someone had brought up the fact that video games always have like a dog die, an animal die, and it's supposed to convey emotion. You're supposed to feel sad now. The dog is dead. Feel sad, you know? It's like a trained monkey, you know, like, feel bad now. Feel happy now. Go get the banana now, you know? And I don't like that a lot. Personally, I don't like that I'm supposed to feel something. Now, I don't know if they really want you to feel something or they're just trying to convey emotion, but we'll see. Apparently, he stated that humans are going to be in this world, though I only saw the old man. I assume we'll see Zelda and Ganon not being a human, but I'm sure he'll be voice acted too, because he always has some interesting things to say, but he's not human. Ganon is the pig evil embodiment of the god, the evil god. So yeah, voice acting. Interesting addition to the Legend of Zelda series. We'll see how that plays out. Hopefully it plays out amazing. If not, then well, you know, what can you say? What can you do? You tried and you struck out. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been your host Protomario, and I'm signing out. Please leave your comments, questions, concerns in the section below, and yeah, have yourselves a great day, and as always, good gaming, and God bless.